And let me just record this. Perfect. So welcome to day 8 of our 8-day healing and manifesting journey. Oops. And today is very powerful because this is a group healing activation together live in real time. You will receive channeled messages from Spirit for your next chapter as I speak, as Patty speaks, as we share beautiful energies with each other in this room. And, you know, Patty prepared advanced teachings on embodying your unique wealth signature, and I'm as well channeling divine wisdom for all of you. And the concept for today, the focus for today is God state, prosperity activation, and of course, frequency, and moving away from the one size fits all hustle culture and giving yourself permission to manifest money in a way that is deeply aligned with your own unique divine soul gifts, your own personal profile and energy type. So today is when we step fully into sovereignty and make financial and business decisions from your healed state rather than your traumatized state. And we will seal everything, we'll complete everything that you have been working on in this journey into your body, into your energy field, and in your reality. And this is the kind of shift that happens in the room, in this live energy between, among all of us together. So thank you for being here. I'm so happy and excited to be here to share beautiful divine energies, wisdom to all of you. And this is a sacred space for you to heal, to receive, to be held. All you need is your open heart. And Patty and I are so honored, so happy to hold this safe space for you. So I'll begin with introduction and then we'll move to the advanced teachings. I just want to let you know, we've been together for 8 days. I have been sending audio transmissions every day. Patty has been sending daily rituals and practices in our support group. And today, we arrive at the most powerful frequency available to us, and that is the of course frequency. And it is where all of this healing has been leading. The of course frequency is not the energy of wishing and waiting. It is knowing with absolute faith and certainty, the certainty of a child who is deeply loved, the certainty of your little girl self who does not wake up wondering whether you will be fed today, whether you deserve to be loved, or whether you're beautiful, whether good things are allowed to happen to you today. You simply know. And you had that knowing once before. Once when you were a little girl, when you were innocent, before you were programmed to believe otherwise, before the conditioning, before the matrix has implanted lies in our subconscious mind, in our body, before the wound formed, before someone taught you that one thing was dangerous, or that your needs were too much, or it's not acceptable to dream bigger. So today we return to this deep knowing and high vibe frequency, the of course frequency. That's something that I coined. You can I have a coach who calls it God zone. I have another coach who calls it the answer mode. I have another coach who calls it fuck yes frequency. And I call it the of course frequency. So the God state / answer mode / God zone, gold zone of manifesting, magnetism / fuck yes frequency / of course frequency. This is a state of being. It's not just affirmations you say while still feeling fear underneath, or doubt, or worry. It is the state you access when you drop below the noise of the ego, when you drop to your safety, to your wholeness, to this place of groundedness, into the part of you who always knows the highest truth. The part that is not wounded, that's not traumatized. The part that is whole and complete and is more than enough. The part that is expansive and responsive, not reactive. Coming from pure love frequency, not from fears. Coming from fluidity and flow and not solid rigidity. You decide from this place. That part that is connected to something infinite. Yesterday, I just manifested another private client. You know, when I raised my abundance exchange to 5,555 US dollars, I've been attracting amazing solar line clients. Again, I do even extended installment, so I'm very flexible with it. But my point is, when I was just in the state of, this is my worth, I'm not gonna go back to that old self who keeps on discounting myself and who lives from a story of struggle, who doesn't follow my spirit guides, my angels, my goddesses. And yesterday, I just attracted a really amazing, wonderful soul line client, a soul sister who, oh my gosh, it was just so breezy. It was instant. It was no asking for discount, nothing like that. It was just so, it was flowing. Oh, there was a moment when she almost said, oh, after, I have another student who's like that. Like, after my travel, I'll start after my travel, like that. But I'm like, why not start now? And then she's like, yeah, why not start now? So I'm just like in this high vibe frequency. Last week I manifested two promise agreements I sent, and then they signed, and then we started coaching. This week, one. And I'm just like, there was a dip. I encountered a really huge dip in my business 2 years ago, a year ago. But now I'm like in momentum. I'm in flow. I'm in God state, of course, frequency. I'm just focused on my soul purpose, serving my promise people every single day. How can I give value today? That's always my question. There's never a day that I'm not a teacher or student. I'm always a teacher and student at the same time. And this God state frequency that I have, with this God state, of course, frequency, every decision is different. I decide coming from, I know I will be provided for tomorrow. I know more is coming tomorrow. And I attract people who are the same. Your relationship with money is different from this, of course, frequency. Every program you offer is different from this, of course, God state frequency. Every price you name, every space you hold comes from a completely different energy. And I'm growing. I have so much wounds that I healed, I released. I'm still releasing, I'm still healing, I'm still in this journey with you. But I just want you to remember, you are not deciding from the wound anymore. You're deciding from the knowing. And you now honor and protect your energy in this high vibe frequency. And the world responds to that frequency in a completely different way. In a completely different way. So today, that's something that I want you to remember before any decision you make. Pause and check in. Am I deciding from a state of lack still? Is this decision coming from wanting, from hoping, from fear that I will never have enough, that I will never be able to create the reality that I want to create, to magnetize, to manifest? From a lack of trust. I was there. I was operating from a frequency of a lack of trust before. Or are you deciding from the frequency of course, from your God state? And if it is not from, of course, frequency, take one slow, deep breath in. And breathe out, exhale, release. Come back to the knowing. Just touch your heart and say, I am my highest, fullest self. I'm operating from the, of course, frequency, from my God state, from my gold zone of manifesting and magnetism, and then decide from there. So that is the energy of the day. This is of the day. Oh, Denise says, I want that. Yes, of course, we want this. I actually sent all of you the Peace and Prosperity Playbook via email. Those who registered for this, I sent you the Peace and Prosperity Playbook. It's something that you can keep, and something that you can practice, or like a sacred companion for you in this journey and beyond. Hold on, I'm just gonna share my screen. Take a picture. There it is. Here. So I sent this via email to all of you today. Hold on. I think my internet is a bit slow. There. And I just want to review before I turn over the floor, the screen, the stage to Patty. I just want to review what we've been doing in the last 8 days together. What have we been doing in the last 8 days together? Let me know if you received it via email. If not, I'll send it again. So I just want to read the love letter to all of you. Let's make this larger. There, perfect. You're holding this playbook because you said yes. And that yes is the most courageous, most loving, most important thing you have done for yourself as you start a new season of your life. This is not just a workbook. This is your sacred companion for one of the most meaningful journeys of your life. And you're not simply learning about abundance. You're healing your relationship with abundance at the deepest level. And this playbook holds everything you need: the daily lessons, practices, journal prompts, mantras, declarations, affirmations, and energetic healing downloads to heal, integrate, and anchor your transformation so it lasts long after the 8 days are complete. Use it every day as you reflect and write in your journal freely. This is your sacred space. You're not behind, you're exactly on time. So day 1 was about your money story origin. We did a live opening ceremony on identity, death, and rebirth. And the teaching is about building your identity coming from a place of wholeness and certainty and ease and grace and flow, not around struggle, not around the hustler, not around the one who over delivers. Wait, let me just present this properly. Oops. Okay, there. Apologies. Let's present this. There, perfect, perfecto. There. Not the hustler, not the one who over delivers and undercharges and wonders why she's always exhausted. That identity served you already, and it cannot take you where you're going now. So today, that day, we grieve her and we release her with love. It was your identity, death, and rebirth, and you're stepping into the alchemist, the woman who transforms rather than forces, who becomes the frequency money is drawn to. So we presented you with journal prompts, and I hope that you're practicing this. If not, this playbook is with you, so you can continue the homework, can continue the magic. And of course, Patty and I are also here if you want private healing, coaching, mentoring support. And we encourage you to say every single day, I'm proud of myself for showing up, and write or reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. Sleep knowing the healing continues even while you rest. So I want us to recite all of the affirmations, mantras, and declarations and energetic healing downloads together. And again, I just want you to touch your heart. You can close your eyes or your eyes open with a soft gaze. Breathe in slowly and deeply. And breathe out fully and completely. Just relax. And all you have to do is say yes to receive, or you may also vibrate these words with me. I'm ready to heal my money wounds at the root. I release every old story about struggle and scarcity. I open now to peace, prosperity, and overflow. The old story ends here. The new story begins now. I'm safe to be seen. I'm safe to receive. I'm safe to overflow. I'm done living in the wound. I'm choosing healing. The hustler has served me. I release her now with love and gratitude. I'm the alchemist. I transform. I create. I receive. Abundance is not something I chase. It is something I become. I receive with ease. I give from overflow. I live in peace. I now release the hustler identity from my body with love, with honor, with finality. I now clear and release every money wound from my subconscious. I now receive the alchemist identity into every cell of my body. She's grounded, magnetic, and overflowing. I now activate peace, prosperity, and overflow as my new energetic baseline. I am at peace with money. Money is at peace with me. I'm worthy. I was born worthy. Nothing can take that from me. I'm the alchemist, and everything I touch becomes gold. It is done. It is fulfilled. It is done. It is completed. It is done. It is done. It is done. I still feel a bit of resistance. Because I feel when the energy is very receptive. I was talking to Thaz yesterday about this. Her energy was so receptive, so fast, so rapid shifts, so receptive energy. So yeah, just keep on releasing. Okay, let's release this. I'll be burping. I still feel some resistance there. Wherever that is, let's do this together. Okay, let's grab our selenite. Let's activate this together. What's happening there? Day 2 was all about ancestral money patterns, generational healing. So the teaching was that most of what you feel around money was not born in you. It was inherited, passed down through generations of women who survived by needing less and teaching their daughters not to want too much. They loved you the best way they knew how, and now you get to do something different. You get to take their love and gently, permanently release the fear. You are the turning point. You are the cycle breaker of your entire lineage. Do you agree? Send me an emoji if you know and understand and agree and feel and sense and see and believe and claim that you're the cycle breaker of your entire lineage. And it all ends with you. It all ends with you. You are the turning point. Yes, perfect. Paulina, Thaz, yes. I see your hearts. Rosh, Denise, yes. Christine, thank you for being here. Aliyah, my love. Camille, yes. Thank you for your yeses. It ends with us. Okay, so that day was deep. That day was just so deep for me as well. I lit a candle, actually 2 candles. And I was just releasing that day, connecting with my grandmothers. So if you have not done the journal therapy prompts yet, please do. Yay! Aliyah, I'm ready to receive. Yes, of course. Straight from school, my love. This is your school also. Your training ground. So please continue the journal therapy prompts if you have not yet done so. So what money patterns did I inherit from my mother or the women in my family? What do I wish the women before me had known about the right to receive? Is the fear I feel around money truly mine, or did I inherit it? What would change if I gave it back with love? What generational pattern ends with me? Write it as a declaration. The pattern of self-sacrifice and believing I'm only worthy when I'm useful and productive and sacrificing my time and energy. It ends with me now and forevermore. Ends here. It ends here. So I hope you wrote a letter to your ancestors. You acknowledge the fears passed down through your family line. And somewhere in your letter, write, I honor your struggle, but I release this inherited scarcity. I choose a new timeline of wealth for our lineage. Generations of women are finally exhaling through you. Okay, I now would love for us to recite all of these affirmations and healing downloads, or again, you may just simply say yes if you would love to receive these energetic healing downloads. I release what is not mine to carry. I honor your journey and I walk a new path. I honor your struggle and I release this inherited scarcity with love. I release every scarcity lesson I inherited with love and with gratitude. My lineage carried survival. I carry overflow. I honor both. I am the generational healer in my lineage. I love and forgive the women who carried this pattern before me. The cycle of struggle ends with me. The cycle of overflow begins with me. What I heal in myself, I heal in all of them, past, present, and future. Peace with money starts in me and flows to every soul who comes after me. I open my heart fully to peace and prosperity, not just for me, but for my whole lineage. Overflow is my new normal. I receive with an open heart. I now release all inherited poverty consciousness from my DNA with love and with finality. I now activate the knowing that my healing heals my whole lineage backwards and forwards. I now receive the frequency of generational healing into every cell of my body. I now anchor peace, prosperity, and overflow as the new inheritance. I pass forward. Now, worthiness and expanding your energetic capacity to receive. I love talking about this. This was day 3. Your worthiness is not something you earn. You were born worthy, inherently worthy. It's your birthright. Worthiness, abundance, it is your birthright. Peace and prosperity, that's your birthright. And the way you receive small things is the way you receive big things. A compliment and a large payment move through the same channel. Today, we open that channel all the way. So today and always practice receiving without deflecting. When someone compliments you, say, thank you, I receive, and let it land. Also, pay close attention to your immediate internal and verbal reactions when someone offers you anything. A compliment, coffee, an unexpected favor, a kind word, a payment, a gesture of love. Notice what happens inside you in that split second before you respond. Does your chest tighten? Do you want to minimize it? Do you feel the urge to give it back before it fully lands? Catch yourself before you say things like, oh, it was nothing. You're too kind. Oh, this old thing. Or you really shouldn't have. Or I'll pay you back tomorrow. Or I still have so much to learn, actually. These are deflections. They feel humble and polite on the surface, but underneath, they are worthiness wound in action. They are you sending away what was meant to arrive. I hope we're done with this, that by now you're just saying thank you when someone tells you you're beautiful. Just say thank you. Whether that picture is from last year or whether you feel not so beautiful today, just say thank you. I received that. You must accept every single gift, incoming gift, favor, or kind word today using only this exact phrase. Thank you, I received that. Or again, thank you, I allow myself to receive. All right. the way you receive a compliment is the exact same energetic pathway through which money receives or money arrives, through which you receive money, through which money arrives. If that channel is trained to deflect, to minimize, to send things back before they fully land, it does the same thing with abundance every time without you even realizing it. So, here are some journal therapy prompts. When do I feel most unworthy of receiving? What triggers that feeling? What have I been withholding from myself because I did not feel worthy? What can I give myself today? Where in my life am I blocking receiving? Love, money, support, compliments, help, pleasure, rest. Where in your life are you blocking love, money, support, compliments, help, pleasure, rest? I have to repeat that. The angels told me to repeat it right now. Where in your life are you blocking support? Where in your life are you blocking receiving? Which aspect of your life? Like, it's available to you now, but where are you blocking it? You can rest. It's not the end of the world. You can rest. If you're sick, if you're tired, rest. Rest. Nobody told me this before. Because I thought I have to be productive all the time. I thought my schedule has to be filled all the time. No, it does not have to be like that. No, no way. Rest. You're gonna say, oh, because if I do this, then someone else will be affected. For example, like at work or maybe I'm thinking like a partner. Then let it affect him for the day. Like, or but my children. How about tell your children, talk to your children? I did it for my son actually. There are times I will explain, really. I will explain, mommy needs to rest. Mommy needs time for myself. Like, I would really talk to him about it, that I needed rest. But there was a time that I did it, but there was also a time that I did not. Like, I would still feel guilty for doing it. Yeah, but now I'm good. I'm good with that. Um, yeah, I can feel all the moms here. I can feel all the moms here. It's a tricky point to be in, actually, and I understand. But the thing is, you really have to have exclusive time for you. You gotta fill your own cup first. We were never taught that way. We thought that as moms, you have to give. From morning to evening, we have to feed our children first before feeding ourselves. We have to play with them before playing with ourselves. But no, actually, fill your own cup first. Oh my gosh. That's a separate workshop for moms. But I mean, even if you're not a mom, maybe you're a daughter parenting. Maybe you're a daughter parenting your own mom, for example. This is not just for all moms, for all women parenting someone. All right. So, what have I been withholding from myself because I did not feel worthy? What can I give myself today? Where in my life am I blocking receiving? And complete the sentence. I'm worthy of. Please type in the chat. I'm worthy of ... I'm worthy of love that does not require me to shrink. I'm worthy of a business that thrives. I'm worthy of rest without guilt. What are you worthy of? Please share one out of the many, 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 many. You're worthy of everything. You deserve everything. You can share in the chat. That would be amazing if you can express it, or you can, of course, simply just reflect and write in your journal. So let us be activated and healed right here, right now. I'm worthy of unconditional love. I love that, Denise. Love that, D. Worthy of unconditional love. I'm worthy of infinite, unlimited abundance. Infinite, unlimited, limitless abundance. Yes. Ah, thank you for sharing. Now you're declaring it. You are worthy. You are very worthy. You're so beautiful. You're so powerful. You're so magical. I'm worthy of all the blessings in the world. Of all the blessings of the world. Yes. Thank you, my dear D. Thank you, Christine, my love. Thank you, Rush. I'm worthy of genuine connections that would serve my highest good. Yes, you're here. You know what? I was looking at your profiles. You're so beautiful. Such beautiful goddesses here in this circle. I was liking your posts recently, right? Rosh posted bikini, not bikini, bathing swimsuit, one piece photos. So beautiful, my love. Not just you, I mean everyone, all of us here. You see me liking all of your. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so honored to. I'm so honored to share beautiful energies with such beautiful divine goddesses. You're so beautiful. You, all of us here, we're so beautiful. In and out. Denise, limitless abundance. Taz, my love, I'm worthy to be free and blessed in life. Ah, I love this. I'm worthy to be free and blessed. Yes. Thank you for your sharings. Now, let us recite these affirmations, declarations, energetic healing downloads with feelings, or you can just simply say yes to receive. I'm worthy. I'm enough. I receive now. Good things are allowed to happen to me. I receive them now. I deserve abundance, not after I have earned it. Right now, as I am, I receive peace, prosperity, and overflow with ease and with joy. I'm worthy because I exist. My presence is the gift. I say yes to receiving, and the universe says yes back. I'm a vessel of peace, prosperity, and overflow. I open now to receive. I was born worthy. I remain worthy. Nothing can take that from me. My receiving channel is wide and open. Good things flow to me freely. The more I receive, the more I have to give. Overflow starts with yes. I now receive the frequency of deep worthiness and self-love into every single cell of my body. I now activate my natural ability to receive peace, prosperity, and overflow with ease. I now release every pattern of deflecting, minimizing, or giving back what was meant for me. I now open every channel in my body and energy field to abundance in all its forms. Would you like this? Just say yes. It's done, it's completed, it is fulfilled. So be it, and so it is. I can feel the energy now, much more easy, very receptive. In the beginning, I was feeling some kind of hiccup. So good, so good, so good. We have eased up. So beautiful. So beautiful energy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Super happy. Day 4 is about divine masculine, divine feminine, money energies. So, divine masculine brings structure, clarity, and the courage to charge your worth. Divine feminine brings flow, trust, and the ability to allow things to come toward you. Money responds to both masculine and feminine energy. The alchemist, which is you, knows the dance. She acts with inspiration and rests with trust. She gives and receives in a balanced, sacred measure. Ask yourself, am I pushing too hard today or am I in flow? If you're pushing, take 5 minutes to breathe before doing anything else. Touch your heart and say, today I'm both the magnet and the mover. I flow and I act. Today I'm both the magnet and the mover. I flow and I act. Today I'm both the magnet and the mover. I flow and I act. I was talking about in the audio transmission, if you have listened to it fully, I was talking about the masculine hustle and the feminine collapse. That's extremes. And I've served souls who have experienced both the feminine collapse and the masculine hustle. And it's time for us to balance these energies. Balance. Being the magnet and the mover. I want us to really let this truth land. You know, just by your awareness to this. Let me just correct one letter there. Capital A. I'm a Virgo. I'm very perfectionist. And I used to not move if it's not perfect. Also, I'm a very feminine, so I love flowing, but I was programmed to be masculine because I thought I was a people pleaser. Parent pleasers turned out to be people pleasers. I know a lot of you here are the same as me. And I was the high achiever. I was studying long hours, working long hours, a lot of hours, not even sleeping. I'm used to not sleeping. In Philippine Science High School, I graduated from that high school. That was when I first learned that I actually shouldn't sleep before an exam or a big project. That was such a wrong programming. Oh my goodness. It's like we took pride by not sleeping, that I would never want my son, my child, to experience that pain that I experienced. Of course, I met beautiful, wonderful friends along the way, but too much studying. I have 3 degrees, Master of Arts in Education, Juris Doctor in Law, and I started with Management of Applied Chemistry. Too much studying in my life when all I wanted to study is personal development. That's all I want to study my whole life. Personal development, personal enrichment, spiritual awareness, highest consciousness. This is all I want to study. Like whenever I have break time, I would read all of these personal development teachings. Like in high school, I would read 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, or in college, I would read like the Law of Attraction books when it started, the New Age philosophies and manifestation and Law of Attraction, and yeah, all of this law of vibration, laws of the universe. That's all I wanted to study. I didn't even want to study about organic chemistry, about the physics, the calculus, geometry. Oh my God, too much physics, too much. I don't even understand what I studied. I didn't want to do the taxation, corporate, like tax opinions and drafts, pleadings. I never wanted to do all of that. I thought I had to. Sad says, same. At 20 years old, I could stay awake for 48 hours. BPO live! Oh my goodness, my love. We're done with that, right? Christine, same. We're the same. Long hours. Long hours. We're done with that. We're done. Paulina, to be honest, I used to be in the height of my masculine energy, and now since activating the divine feminine me, I've been resting, flowing, but now leading towards laziness and procrastination. This is what I also want to point out. Thank you for being vulnerable and pointing this out, my love. Really, it's a challenge to balance these opposite energies, but I'm glad I'm here learning and unlearning. I love the unlearning part. Same here. We're all here in this journey. I'm here learning and unlearning and healing with you all. Oh, love that. We love having you. We love your energy. I know a lot of us. I was also in feminine collapse for like a year. Feminine collapse is laziness and procrastination, by the way. Like you just don't want to do anything. You just want to travel or do nothing. But then you gotta come back to that balance. For me, I was able to bring both structure, clarity, courage, and flow, trust, and allowing when I started committing to my spiritual awakening journey, when I started learning and teaching every single day about all of this, when I learn and I teach, I become a master of everything. But of course, I'm still in this journey with you, still some shadow healing to do. Well, it's a continuous process. Still some triggers. Yeah, so thank you for this. Thank you for this. I feel your sharings, by the way, in the chat. Healing isn't linear. Exactly. I love how we're always saying same, same. Because it's really how it is. We're the same in this journey. We're similar. I'm just checking the chat. Okay. I love your sharing so much. Yeah, I'm just reading your comments and chats. Taking a pause. Says, I attended a gathering called Earth and Ether. Ooh, love that. Earth and Ether. Oh, that's amazing. Earth and Ether. We learned that discipline is masculine energy and devotion is feminine energy. It makes so much sense. Yes! Thank you for sharing, Taz. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. So I was sharing about my new private client yesterday who just signed up yesterday. She is also here. She's not here in this room, but she was also like this, masculine hustle, and then suddenly feminine collapse. So yes, balance, okay? Balance between discipline and devotion. I want my healthy masculine energy back, or balanced masculine feminine. Yes, because we need the masculine. That's why when I teach all of this, I always say manifestation and magnetism. You can't just say manifest, you can just say magnetize. Having a divine masculine energy in you is sexy as well. You have clarity and courage and confidence to do it, to make that offer, to, to really be certain and committed in your journey. Boss babe energy, right? But again, you gotta flow, you gotta trust, you gotta rest. Thank you for your sharing. So if you have not yet done the journal prompts, this is the time to do this. Prompt 1 is, do I tend more toward masculine push or feminine collapse? Where does this show up most? Masculine push. I stay busy and the busyness exhausts me. That was us before, right? So we're done with that. We're done with the long hours of not sleeping, working until we're so tired. Oh, I remember before I wouldn't even have the time to remove my makeup. I will just collapse in bed. Just collapse. So tired. And then when I wake up, oh my gosh, I have to wake up already. And then you have to shower. And then it's like, oh my goodness, same every day. So tired by the end of the day. And then early morning, you have to wake up to drive. Before, when college, you have to walk. Or High school, it was so early, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I don't even sleep. It's crazy. We're done with that. We're done with that. And our children will not experience the same negative experience that we've been through. Or maybe they will in their own, they're in their own journey, in their own way and form. But we're here to enlighten them, to awaken them, to protect them, to tell them the truth that nobody told us. Okay, release that. Prompt number 2, what would it look like to bring more ease and receiving into my relationship with money? It would mean raising my prices and trusting clients will come. It would mean resting without guilt. What is one practical structure and one act of trust I can commit to this week? Send 3 proposal emails. Trust. Stop refreshing my inbox waiting for replies. I also know that the more outflow, the more inflow. That's how it is. It's really how it is. Like I was sending proposal emails to my loyal clients, my premium clients, and then someone signed up yesterday, a new client. And every time I do a manifesting workshop, I know I attract new clients into my space, people to serve, or money coming in from other ways and forms. You be open to how money can come to you in so many ways and forms, so many ways and forms. Money can come to you from all directions, so many avenues, so many platforms. So ask yourself. Thank you so much for all the sharings, by the way. Oh my goodness. I'm learning a lot from your sharings. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, welcome, my dear Sophia. Welcome, my dear Isa. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Happy to have you, my love. So prompt number 4 that day is, what value can I give this week to activate the law of circulation? Examples and ideas for activating the law of circulation this week. Pray for someone. Doesn't have to cost anything. Energetically send them peace, prosperity, and overflow. Hold them in your heart for 60 seconds. And wish them everything they're wishing for themselves. That is a real act of generosity and it is very powerful. Call someone who has been on your mind. Cook for someone. Or buy someone a meal this week. With genuine love and no agenda, show up for someone in your full presence and not just convenience. Drop a voice note or direct message to someone in our community today. I super love receiving your voice messages, your text messages. I'm sure other people would love to receive them as well. You can actually direct message all the 200 members in Empowerment Life Coaching, by the way. Feel free to do that if you have some event or whatever. Those are my connections from all over the world. Like my classmates, my students, my friends, my teachers are all in that WhatsApp community. All right. So, a proactive initiation. Tell someone specifically what you notice about them in this journey so far. What light you see in them. What courage you witness. But don't send, like, your initial message would be, I feel like you should change your lipstick or something like that. I know people who are like that who will message things like, your makeup is a little bit off today or something. Of course, don't start the conversation like that, right? I know you don't, but I just remember receiving messages like that before, way back, before. So these are acts of generosity that you can do. It doesn't have to cost money. Leave a genuine testimonial. Review for a coach, healer, or teacher whose work changed your life. The kind that describes exactly what shifted for you. The kind of testimonial changes someone's business. It costs you nothing, and it is one of the most generous things you can do. Thank you so much, by the way, to all of those who have written your testimonials for me. Thank you. I super duper appreciate it. Share a transmission. Share today's transmission, this live stream. We're live streaming this or one of the affirmations or one of the voice transmissions that I shared in the WhatsApp group, you feel free to share that. One of the affirmations in your stories, share, tag someone who needs to hear it. You never know whose day you're about to change or whose healing you're about to catalyze. Share someone else's work on your page this week. I always do this for my private clients. I share your work on my page. Genuinely recommend a colleague, a practitioner, a business you believe in. Abundance is not a competition. When you celebrate other beautiful souls' work, you signal to the universe that you believe there's enough for everyone. Forgive a debt in your heart this week. I did this as well. People who owed me money. So whether it's financial or emotional, someone owes you an apology. It's an act of generosity to just forgive that debt. A recognition. So whether it's money, apology, or a recognition, someone who owes you something, release the energetic claim, not for them, but for you. Because that unresolved claim is taking up space in your field that abundance is trying to move into. You got to create space for the good to arrive, to anchor, to land, for you to soak it all in. Donate something, money if you can, even a small amount, or clothes, books, resources. I tip a lot nowadays because that is something that I feel I wasn't doing before. And I was like, why am I not doing it? It's activating the law of circulation. The act of releasing what you no longer need signals to the universe that you trust more is coming. You gotta trust that more is coming. And you decide from that place. So ask yourself, did I push or did I flow today? How would the alchemist move through tomorrow? So let us recite these healing affirmations. Again, you can touch your heart, close your eyes, or your eyes open with a soft gaze. All you have to do is simply say yes to receive this, or you may also vibrate these words out loud with me. Today, I'm both the magnet and the mover. I flow and act. I flow with ease. I act with trust. Spirit guides everything I create. I give from overflow and I receive without guilt. I give from pure love and I receive without shame. My ease attracts more than my effort ever could. I balance my doing with my being. I declare balance, flow, and overflow are my new normal. Ease is my evidence of alignment. Flow is my new standard. I deserve to receive as much as I give. My feminine magnetism draws prosperity to me. I do not chase, I attract. Prosperity flows when I balance my doing with my being. I now receive the frequency of divine balance between my doing and my being. I now activate my feminine magnetism to draw peace and prosperity toward me easily and effortlessly. I now release every belief that my worth comes from how much I produce or perform. I now activate the law of circulation in my life. What I give freely returns to me multiplied. I repeat this. I now activate the law of circulation in my life. What I give freely returns to me multiplied. Again, I now activate the law of circulation in my life. What I give freely returns to me multiplied. There. It's very receptive. I am a woman who moves with grace. I receive with ease and I give from overflow. This is who I am now. I mean, do we really believe that what we give freely returns to us multiplied? That's something that I feel we should think about or reflect on. Sit with that, lie down with that thought. Now, money as spiritual energy, from chasing to allowing. Money is energy. I'm just reviewing the days, what we've been doing in this past 8 days together. If you have not yet listened to all the voice transmissions, please do so. It's lifetime. So you have access to that anytime. And the journal therapy prompts, I also emailed to you this playbook. So infinite energy. Money is energy. In your hands, healed and aligned, money becomes medicine. It becomes the time and freedom to do the work you actually came here to do. It becomes the program that changes a woman's life. Your abundance is not separate from your purpose. It is your purpose in action. Chasing is the energy of lack. It exhausts, it depletes, it pushes away. Allowing is the energy of alignment. It magnetizes, it attracts, it flows. Today, we shift from chasing to allowing. I'm burping, by the way. Let's just do this affirmation. Touch your heart and say, abundance flows to me as naturally as breath. I do not chase it, I allow it. And I hope that throughout your day, I want you to just take slow, complete, full, long breaths in and out. And you observe how you do not chase the air. You just trust that it simply comes. So I hope that throughout your day, wherever you are, be mindful of how you breathe. This is also how you treat money. And I also want you to reflect on how money has already come to you this week or this month, no matter how small. For example, one of you here, I know you hosted a retreat, co-facilitated a retreat. For example, you received $400 from that or $300. It has already come to you. Why cannot you manifest that again? Why cannot you magnetize it again? You already did it. One of you also attracted your high-ticket client, first high-ticket client ever, from charging $20 to $300. I mean, I see it, I witness it with my own eyes. I see you, I coach you, I mentor you, I heal you. So I see the shifts. So you've attracted it, you magnetize it. Why can't you manifest it, magnetize it again and again? More is coming. More is coming. Expect that. Intend that and expect that. I have other examples because I know a lot of you here. I mean, I'm working with you, most of you one-on-one. So I've seen the shifts. And just expand that energy. Okay, this happened already. It will happen again and again and again and again. And again, do not chase it. Allow it. Allow it. Here are some journal therapy prompts. If you have not done it, this is the time. What stories have I held about money being unspiritual, selfish, or dangerous? I believed that wanting money was shallow, so I pretended not to care because money is not supposed to be important and wondered why I never had enough. Where am I still chasing rather than allowing? What would allowing look like? I'm chasing recognition on social media. I was like this. Now, allowing would mean posting from Overflow and trusting the right soul-aligned clients find me. Next, write 5 to 10 of course statements. Oh, the declarations. That's declarations. Apologies for the typo. You can see how I'm actually typing my content, right? Because there are mistakes. Yeah, it's declarations. Yes, there. Declarations about your abundant future as if they are already certain. Of course, my business reaches consistent income. Of course, my ideal clients find me. Of course, I receive more than enough. I want you to write your of course statements because that is the energy for today. God state, prosperity, activation, of course, frequency, and your unique wealth signature. So please write your of course declarations in the chat if you want to share. Feel free, take your time. And then what is one area where I will practice allowing? It's good, right? What is one area where I will practice allowing instead of pushing? I will allow my next client to come without anxious chasing. I also do this exercise in the evening or in the morning sometimes. I sit or I lie down with my palms open. I imagine golden light pouring into my heart, my crown, my hands. So you can write or reflect. Today, I practice allowing instead of chasing by, and here is what I shifted. All right. I'm open to your, of course, statements and declarations. Please share in the chat so that we will be activated as well. Take your time. We have the whole hour left, 1 hour and a half left. So let us recite these affirmations and healing downloads together. Again, all you have to do is simply say yes to receive, or nod or agree, or you can also vibrate these words out loud with me. Touch your heart. And let's begin. Abundance flows to me as naturally as breath. I do not chase it. I allow it. I allow, I trust, I receive. Overflow flows to me naturally. My prosperity serves the world. I stop chasing and start trusting. I'm the magnet right here, right now. Of course, money flows to me. Of course, I am provided for. Of course, money in my hands creates peace, prosperity, and overflow for everyone I serve. I allow abundance to flow to me as naturally as I breathe. The more I give, the more I receive. The more I receive, the more I give. My spiritual gifts deserve spiritual and financial overflow. I attract everything I need. Peace and prosperity come to me with ease. I receive abundantly. I serve abundantly. This is who I am. I now receive the frequency of sacred prosperity. It is safe and holy to overflow. I now release the belief that wanting money is unspiritual or selfish, completely and permanently. I now align my entire energy field with the frequency of allowing peace and prosperity flow to me with ease. Would you like this? Just say yes and breathe. I love the energy for today. Day 6 is all about embodying the wealth frequency nervous system regulation. So knowing and understanding that the wealth frequency is not a thought, it's a body state. It's a feeling of being whole, complete, and more than enough. It is a sense of safety. Paulina says, I just burped. I love that. Yes, we're releasing. We're releasing with ease and grace. So the wealth frequency is built in the body one breath at a time. You can do all the mindset work. You can say all the affirmations in the world. You can vision board and decree and visualize. But if your nervous system is running in survival mode, if your body is calibrated to chronic stress and scarcity and bracing and gripping, it will resist every breakthrough because your nervous system's job is to keep you in what is familiar. And if stress and scarcity are familiar, it will keep pulling you back there, even when abundance is knocking at the door. When you send an invoice and immediately hold your breath, that is your nervous system acting up. This was me before. I was so scared every time I send an invoice or like an offer. Now I just shamelessly invite everyone. I just invite people to my party. If they don't reply, if they don't want to come, then it's okay. I'm still gonna host my party in best way, in best and highest and easiest way, and I'll show up for those who are there. I will show up for my promised people. But before, I was just like so scared to even offer because I'm scared that no one will show up. What the hell was that, Aleli? I was just scared that no one will show up. So what? If no one shows up, what's the worst thing that could happen? Nothing. I can spend my time, my day doing other things, doing all the things that I love. Or, I mean, at least I have marketing out with a poster and everything. Or, I can cater to my existing clients, my private clients. I nurture. When I release that fear, that's when I know that someone will show up all the time. It's very ironic, but when I release the fear, people will always show up. When I release that fear, because I know that even if it's just one person there, I'll still show up. Like, I have no fear at all. So whatever it is, I'm just welcoming and allowing. And I also tell this just as a side note, commercial break for all my private clients. I always tell you guys to not have to like do like a down payment for an event venue, for example. Know and understand first if the offer that you're offering, the service that you're providing is a need of your people. So if someone shows up, someone signs up, that means it's a need, it's a problem that you're solving. Because sometimes our ego self would offer something because we want to offer it, not because our promised people needs it. We gotta be focused on what your people need, not what you want to offer. You gotta assess and understand what value can I give to my people. And yeah, I was talking about this in my life coaching certification training program, how I used to always just do group programs, but now I focus on the one-on-one because that's a need. Holding your hand every step of the way with our email coaching, one-on-one video calls, Zoom calls, and voice messaging, text messaging. That's a need that has to be fulfilled that I wasn't fulfilling before. I just wanted to like do weekly classes before when I was starting. And then I figured it out along the way because when I was um inviting people to discovery calls, it was always what they were telling me. So I learned in the process. I learned, okay, this is a need that I still have to fulfill that I haven't been fulfilling. Anyway, that's a side note, a story. I don't know why I got there, but I guess someone has to hear that. I was saying that when you have an offering, uh that's why it's really good online, because online you don't have to spend for anything, right? But if you have like an in-person gathering, you you gotta have sign-ups first, pre-qualified sign-ups first, before you, of course, give your down payment to the venue if it's an in-person venue. I used to do in-person events and venues as well, so I know where you are. I know how it is with in-person events. I know one of my private clients, she paid 100,000 pesos for like a retreat. And back then she has all the money. And she ended up not earning. She was telling me a story about like trusting others that they will come, and then they didn't, like that. So in the end, she got drained, exhausted from that experience. So that's why feminine and masculine is so very important. You got to have the trust and the allowing and the flow. Also, you have to have strategy. You got to have clarity. You got to have structure. You cannot just trust and allow and without structure. But of course, you have to trust yourself. Always trust yourself. More than anything, trust yourself, not other entities or human beings. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. So sometimes you have this messages already within, or whispers from your spirit guides, angels, but you don't hear it, right? Aliyah, just reading the chat. I just had to. When I also do workshops before, my mantra has always been showing up no matter what happened, and it always turns magical. Love that, my love. Slots fill in, and it's always successful. Congratulations. Yes. Love it. I super love your 2025, my dear Aliyah. All of those collaborations. Love it. You've grown so much since we met. Love it. Polina, whenever I release the fear of spending when I restock on my crystals and craft materials, the money is always already on its way back to me. I used to be so scared spending for inventory. Now I'm excited because I look forward to all the creations I get to create and infuse intentions and healing and happiness for my clients. Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you for that. I just want to pause and read the chat. I want to be fully present. I love that, huh? I get to create and infuse intentions and healing and happiness for cash. I love the energy. I feel it. You feel the energy? Feel the energy. Isa. Oh, I love this. The other day, I was losing interest in working with a client. We had a scheduled meeting, and I was already imagining the worst and the level of amnesia. Okay. Went through the roof, only to be greeted with a smile and warmth and receive their intention of not wanting to lose me. Oh. And I was like, okay, universe, I hear you, I get it. When you don't chase, you attract indeed. Wow. It's a good sharing, huh? So we still have shadow side to heal. The overthinking or imagining the worst, that's, yeah, shift to positive thinking again. And you did. Because we have these scenarios in our head already, right? Like, oh my God, she canceled with me, she didn't show up. You have this, the client who signed up with me yesterday, she was late in the discovery call. I was there in the room. I was like there waiting 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then you know what? What I did, I did my yoga. And then after an hour, she messaged me and then, can we meet? And then we met. And then she signed up. She's now my 11th. Yeah, because someone paused. So now 11th private client. And then it was just so smooth, you know? But I had to do my yoga first for an hour. I was like, I wasn't, oh my God. I wasn't like, I spent time to schedule this and then she's not here. I wasn't that energy. I I I have that shadow side before, especially before. Or you will like create scenarios in your head. And that's just your narrative. Choose the best, highest narrative that is healthy for you. And you have every moment, you have the opportunity to choose every moment. And at that moment, when I was in the Zoom room, my client was in there, I was waiting 15 minutes. I closed it, I sent a message, I'm just gonna do yoga. I did my yoga after an hour. We hopped on the call and she enrolled. So I'm sharing from a place of my personal experience, from a place of lived experience, from my what I live every day. If I would have been like, you know what, you don't appreciate the time that I gave. If I'm from that energy, I wonder what would have happened, you know? But I was like that before. I was like always thinking life is unfair, you know, life is a struggle in the drama mode. That's the old me. All right. The moment I said, okay, I'm okay with losing this, I don't need this. Oh, I love this. This is so true. This is so true in all aspects, in all ways. That's when it flows back to me. I'm okay with losing this. I don't need this. That's when it flows back to me. I'm in a stronger or more secure form. God works in mysterious ways. Yes, indeed. That's why that's a word that we should eliminate from our vocabulary. The word need. Don't need anything. Everything you need is within you. Right? I'm just going to take a picture of myself there. All right, let's continue. And then I'll turn over the floor, the screen, the stage to Patty. So I also sent you a voice transmission about how to regulate your nervous system and understanding your nervous system. When money comes in, and instead of celebrating, you immediately brace for what might go wrong next or all the bills you have to pay. That is your nervous system. It does not know the difference between a real threat and an unnecessary worry. It just knows that money has historically meant stress, and it responds accordingly. The good news is that your nervous system can be regulated and healed. It learns and it responds to repetition and to safety signals. Every slow breath you take is a safety signal. Every moment you choose peace over panic is teaching your body a new language. Peace as your new home, safety as your new default, overflow as a natural expectation. Caring for your own nervous system is one of the most generous things you can do for yourself and your loved ones. For everyone who depends on you, a regulated you thinks more clearly and makes better decisions. A regulated you receives more gracefully. A regulated you leads from love instead of fear. So you can practice box breathing. You can practice the synchronized breathing that we always do. You can just put your hands on your heart, say out loud, I'm whole, I'm complete, I'm more than enough, I'm safe, I'm at peace, I'm held, I'm loved. Peace and prosperity flow through me easily. I just want to sing my song to all of you again. You can just receive it right here, right now. You can touch your heart. I'm worthy. I deserve the very best. I'm whole and complete. I'm more than enough. I am happy. I deserve joy and bliss. I'm harmonious and healthy. I am love. I'm love. I am love. Whew. So that's something that I sing to myself every time I feel like I need to relax. So from that place of wholeness and completion and feeling of more than enough, move from that place. Proceed from that place. Observe how different even a small task feels from a regulated body. And do one thing that's purely for you, not for your clients, your family, your business, but for you. Rest if you're tired. Move if your body wants to. Eat something you love. Sit or bask in the sun. Walk by the beach. Watch your favorite movie. You deserve to be cared for, not just to always be the one who cares for others. So I also shared with you some journal prompts, especially prompt number 2. What does financial safety feel like in my body? Describe it in sensory detail. Warm, spacious, expansive, relaxing, freeing, calming, like a long, slow exhale. My shoulders drop. My belly softens. There's a quiet sense of peace and calmness in my chest. My heart feels so full and blissful. All right. You can also write a love letter to your body for everything that's been carrying and everything that's done for you. Dear body, I'm so sorry I made you hold so much fear. You have been working so hard to protect me with all your power. I see you. I love you. I honor you. It is safe to rest now. It's safe to rest now. Thank you for everything and for being so beautiful and loving. I want to read this again. What would I love future women to inherit from me? Courage and confidence, the belief that they're allowed to dream bigger and want big things without apology, the permission to receive without guilt or shame, the knowledge that receiving is never selfish but holy. So tonight you can do this again. A slow body scan from your feet to your crown. Breathe into any tension you find. I'm burping. And tell each part of your body, you can rest now, we are safe, we're held, we are provided for. As you continue to release. All right, let's recite this with feelings. I'm safe in my body right now. I'm enough. I am held. Peace and prosperity flow through me. I'm safe. I am held. I'm at peace, and overflow is my new normal. I honor myself today. I breathe in safety. I breathe out with ease. This is my natural rhythm. My nervous system knows peace. My energy field knows prosperity. I carry the wealth frequency in my body. It travels with me everywhere I go. Peace is my foundation. Prosperity is my birthright. I now receive the frequency of deep safety and peace into my nervous system as my new baseline. I now activate the wealth frequency in my body. I now anchor safety, peace, and overflow as my permanent body state and lived reality. I now release chronic financial stress from every cell, every tissue, every fiber of my body. I now open every channel in my body and energy field to receive prosperity from expected and unexpected sources. I am a woman who moves with grace, receives with ease, and gives from overflow. This is who I am now. I'm ready to receive everything my heart and soul are calling in. And yesterday is, of course, God state prosperity activation and, of course, frequency. This is the frequency that we are embodying. We return to this deep knowing and high vibe frequency. And this is the most powerful state you can live from. It is not hoping. It is not the energy of wishing and waiting. It is knowing with absolute faith and certainty that you are well fed, like a little girl waking up. You deserve to be loved. Whether good things are allowed to happen to you, you don't doubt that. You just know and understand and claim and embody the energy of abundance and allowing and ease and grace and flow. Of course, good things are allowed to happen to you. So the God state versus the ego state. God state is pure love frequency, responsive, expansive, and certain. Every decision is different. Every relationship with money is different. Ego state is fear-based, reactive, contracted, doubtful, deciding from the wound, not from the knowing. From the God state, every price you name, every program you offer, every space you hold comes from a completely different energy because you're not deciding from the wound anymore. You're deciding from the knowing. You are operating from your God state, healed self, not from your wounded, traumatized self. This is the part of you that is whole and complete and is more than enough. The part that is connected to something infinite. So today, before any decision you make, pause and check in. Am I deciding from wanting, from hoping, from fear, from a lack of trust? Or are you deciding from, of course? Of course, you know that money will come to you next week, next month. And if it is not from, of course, breathe and come back to knowing. And then decide from there. Just decide from the, of course, frequency. So here are some journal prompts that we shared. What would I think, say, and do if I woke up in the, of course, frequency every single morning? I would reach out to potential clients with full confidence. I would post without fear or without checking for likes every 5 minutes. I would send invoices without anxiety. I would rest without guilt because I would know more is always coming. What is one thing you have been afraid to claim because it felt too big? Claim it now, out loud. I claim a business that thrives with ease. I claim clients I love and who deeply love me. I claim the freedom to work only with clients that I love. This is something that I claimed. I love all my private clients now. Oh my goodness. Every morning, I've shared this before. Imagine waking up to 10 messages, like good news, celebrations, questions coming from deep wisdom. Someone would share their dream. For example, one of you shared with me a dream, a vision. Someone would share with me the meaning of this, like spirit animals, like pig, for example, or bee, or phoenix. Like and then I would dive deep into learning and being activated in the process. This is something that I claimed. I claim the freedom to work only with clients that I love and deeply adore. I never want to work for bosses that I don't want to say hate, but that I don't like anymore. Ever in my life. I did that before. I'm never, ever, 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 ever gonna do that again. I'm never gonna be reporting to someone who makes me feel so low and abused or depressed or frustrated or scared. No, never. I claim overflow in my finances, my health, my relationships, and my peace and prosperity. What do you claim? And to those who have not yet shared your of course statements, please share them now about your abundant future as if they're already certain, not wishes, but certainties. Of course, consistent income flows to me. Of course, I thrive. Of course, my business is thriving. Of course, I attract the right people. Of course, my ideal soul line clients find me. Of course, I receive more than enough. Of course, I'm always provided for. Of course, abundance is my natural state. Of course, I'm successful. And I want you to read them aloud and really feel into the energy of course, frequency as an alchemist of your reality. The version of you has everything is one frequency shift away. I want to take some time here because I think not all of you have done the of course statements. This is very powerful. I would love for you to take some time here. I'll give you 2 minutes and then I'll turn you over to Patty for our teaching today, integration today for our teaching on unique wealth signature. So please do this exercise. All right. I'll be playing 2 minutes. I'll be playing music for 2 minutes. Let's play abundance music. I love Lakshmi music nowadays. I super resonate with Lakshmi energy.
ॐ महालक्ष्मै नमो नमः ॐ विष्णुप्रियै नमो नमः ॐ दानप्रदाय नमो नमः ॐ विश्वजनै नमो नमः ॐ महालक्ष्मै नमो नमः ॐ विष्णुप्रियै नमो नमः ॐ दानप्रदाय नमो नमः ॐ विश्वजननै नमो नमः ॐ महालक्ष्मै नमो नमः ॐ विष्णुप्रियै नमो नमः ॐ दानप्रदाय नमो नमः ॐ विश्वजनै नमो नमः ॐ महालक्ष्मै नमो नमः ॐ विष्णुप्रियै नमो नमः ॐ दानप्रदाय नमो नमः ॐ विश्वजनै नमो नमः ॐ महालक्ष्मै नमो नमः ॐ विष्णुप्रियै नमो नमः ॐ दानप्रदाय नमो नमः ॐ विश्वजनै नमो नमः महालक्ष्मी
All right, finished or not finished. Let us recite the affirmations and then we'll turn you over to today's teaching. Of course, of course, of course. This is simply who I am. I'm operating from my God state today. Everything is working out for me. I live in the of course frequency, peace, prosperity, and overflow. Of course, I declare I'm the alchemist. Everything I touch becomes gold. Of course, I operate from certainty, not hope. I operate from knowing, not wishing. Of course, this is for me. It was always for me. Of course, peace flows through my life. Of course, prosperity comes to me. Of course, I am provided for. The universe has always had me. Of course, Abundance flows. That is just who I am and how I live now. Of course, overflow is mine. I receive it with ease and with joy. Of course, doors open up for me. Of course, things work out for me. Of course. I now receive the of course frequency into every cell of my being. Certainty and knowing as my new baseline. I now release every frequency of doubt, hoping, and waiting for my entire energy field. I now activate my God state, love-based, expanded, responsive, and knowing. I now anchor peace, prosperity, and overflow as my permanent identity and lived reality. All right. So today, you're not the same woman who walked through this portal 8 days ago. Today, we celebrate, integrate, and seal, and we explore your unique wealth signature. There's no one size fits all to prosperity, fits all path to prosperity. When you try to build someone else's strategy without aligning it to your own energetic authority, you create resistance and exhaustion, no matter how proven that strategy is. And Patty is here to help us understand how your unique wealth signature is the specific way money is designed to flow to you based on your unique divine soul gifts, your energy type, your soul's blueprint. The key is making decisions from your healed state, not your traumatized state. That sovereignty is what we seal today. All right. Patty, the floor, the stage, the screen is yours. Let's take a picture first, if that's okay, for anything else. Oh my gosh, look at the Leah's sharings later. We'll read that. To those who want to join us in the photo, you can if you want. If you want. Taz says, of course I have international clients. I love that. All right. Otherwise, oh, yay, Aliyah, my love. Yay. Oh, thank you, Taz. Oh, Paulina, thank you, my love. So if you can share your beautiful face or your emojis, that would be amazing. All right. 1, 2, 3. Smile. One more. Wait, one more. I'll make it bigger. You can also take a screenshot if you want. If Smile. Oh, yay. Thank you for being here. Patty, my love, the floor, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Wait lang. My Zoom is messed up for a while. Wait lang, wait lang. For a moment. Okay. So tonight. Tonight is the last day for our 8-day challenge. And I believe each of us have had our own epiphanies regarding our manifestations, our abundance state, how far we've gotten through life with these things that we've been learning. And tonight, I'm going to share an overview of how the human design or how knowing about human design helps us to connect even better to our manifesting power. Ever since I was a kid, I was interested in personality tests. So the first experience that I had was you took the test and it would tell you if you were a right brain or left brain dominant kind of person. And then when I went to high school, I had experience with the Myers-Briggs, the MBTI. So I'm an ENTJ. I thrive by being an extrovert, and then ENTJ, thinking and judging. I forgot because there's a dash or a hyphen and there's another letter. So I forgot the whole classification. And then after that, I also tried to study more about the personalities because I was always interested with what made us unique from each other. And there's a struggle when you are a high performing kid, when your parents expect you to perform really well in school, because I don't I don't know who among you have participated or know about MTAP. Do you know that math competition where kids compete against each other? Yeah, that drove me crazy because they would say that I have to join the MTAP because I'm an honor student. I don't want to solve math problems. Like I the worst with me, Miss Aleli, was that they forced me to join. I would rather write like a 4-page essay instead of trying to compute the age of the parents or somebody's kid or how much money was left with Pedro and Juan, because I do not care about that. I do not care about the fractions and the decimals, but when you are caged inside a system wherein they assign certain metrics to intelligence, it can feel challenging and suffocating to express yourself. So when I first learned about the human design, before I formally studied spirituality, um, it caught my interest because it advocates how each of us are different and how each of us have our own contribution. So it's different from the traditional school structure that we are used to in the Philippines. So now tonight I'll be discussing how to embody your unique wealth signature, the one that feels most natural and aligned to you. So I'll share my screen. Okay, so here. Not that one. Sorry. So embodying your unique wealth signature. The danger of the copy-paste blueprint. The online space is loud. Everyone wants you to sell their exact formula for making six figures, scaling a business, or attracting clients. But here is the energetic reality. When you copy someone else's strategy without running it through your own human design, it's like you're wearing clothes tailored for a completely different body. Now, we can compare the human body or the human aura to a laptop or a computer. You cannot run a Windows on an iOS Mac and vice versa. So compatibility is a very important aspect. How does this translate to our work? In freelancing, I work with clients who want to achieve sales, who want to achieve visibility in Google search. I didn't know that I was working with the spirituality principle of energetic blueprint, but what I would always tell my clients is I would always ask them, what makes you special? What makes you different from your competitor? Because every time a client consults with me, their natural tendency is, oh, here's my competitor. I see they're doing this. I want to do this too. I don't tell them outright no, but I tell them what's gonna work best for you. If you did not see your competitor, what do you feel would work best for you? So that's how I've always approached with my clients. I would give them the chance to express themselves, and then I translated it to the content for their websites, and their businesses are thriving. Now, for on a personal level, I think we've all been victims of people comparing us to others, like, how family members make annoying comments of, oh, look at your cousin, blah, 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 or look at the family friend who's into the same industry and is doing better. Or it's just us comparing ourselves to other people who who are our same age or in the same industry, like freelance or spiritual practitioner. What we need to understand is, if you see someone thriving in a space, I believe it is most likely because they've studied what structure or what strategy works best for them. It's not always the logic. They've spent time to understand what their energy feels like when they translate it into the social media, into the website, into their reels. So that's how powerful it is. Okay, next. Your aura has a specific frequency. When you adopt a strategy that violates your inner authority, your energy feels forced. The universe, your clients, and your community can feel that lack of authenticity. It creates static. You might be saying all the right things, but energetically, your aura is pushing abundance away. I personally experienced this when I graduated from my Bachelor of Elementary Education course. I just couldn't say it out loud that I did not want to teach in a school. But with some stroke of fate, I cannot say luck, with some stroke of fate, I got sick with tuberculosis, and so I had to resign from that in-person teaching job. And I transferred to the online teaching job that became my bread and butter for 3 years. So from that moment, I could see that I would thrive in an online kind of work. No biometrics, no time in, no time out. I don't get memos for being a few minutes late. I don't have limited lunch time or snack time. Basically, I take charge of myself. And when I started teaching online, I realized I'm better off working from home rather than working in an office. So the shift, prosperity doesn't come from working harder at someone else's system. It comes from radical obedience to your own mechanics. But let me also emphasize that radical obedience to your own mechanics can only happen with radical honesty. And what do I mean when I say radical honesty? You're honest with yourself that you don't like authority. You don't like having a boss. You resent having colleagues who can be stubborn, annoying, or slow because they exist. And there's also this pasip-sip culture in the Filipino offices. So not not everyone can thrive in that kind of environment, but some people, I don't know how, they're built for it. Maybe it's because their energy is different, but you have to be honest about what you cannot compromise. And that's when you will begin to understand what works best for you. Next, embodying your unique wealth signature. Your wealth signature is the exact intersection of your human design type, your profile, and your unique gifts. It is about giving yourself absolute permission to do business and life your way. But for this class, because I don't want to take a super long time, I'm just going to give an overview of the human design types, your aligned or your satisfied energy, and then your non-aligned energy or non-satisfied energy. What happens when you don't follow your human design, and what are the steps that you can take to ensure that you are operating according to your human design. So human design is a mix of I Ching, astrology, Kabbalah, quantum physics. So this was created as a guide to help people understand that we are inherently different from each other and that all of us are here for different purposes, but we can come together for the same goal, which is to empower other people, or in the case of our circle, to empower women to be their best and highest selves. So, honoring your multidimensionality. Society loves to tell us to niche down or choose one path. But what if your wealth was actually tied to your ability to bridge completely different worlds? Whether you're merging highly analytical, data-driven consulting with deep, intuitive spiritual practices, or building multiple startups at once, your design is not a mistake. In my experience, I've always wondered why I could not focus on one thing, unlike my classmates. So I would, in the classroom, I would be drawing or I would be writing something while the teacher is discussing, which was deeply frowned upon by the traditional classroom structure because they expected you to give all your focus to the teacher when they're in front. But I want my brain could accommodate like 3 to 4 things different at once. I'd be listening to the teacher, I'd be writing something, I'd be talking to my classmate, but I still could understand the lesson. However, they don't they don't get that multidimensionality. Okay. Yes, Thaz said, girl, same, and they would confiscate my sketchbook. Oh, I'm so sorry about, yeah, this is painful for a kid, especially na, 'di ba, when they ask us questions, we still know we can answer. Like, I don't get the big deal, honestly, until now. If the kid can answer your questions, then they're capable of multitasking. But as an adult, when you lean into your human design, that's when you can leverage, that's when you can maximize the behaviors that made you different or that made you weird from your other peers. So, what is sovereignty? Healed versus traumatized decision making, which Miss Alali mentioned earlier. To truly embody this wealth signature, we have to look at where your decisions are coming from. Are you building your empire from a place of sovereignty, or are you operating from a traumatized, conditioned state? So, healed versus traumatized decision making. The traumatized decision. These are the choices rooted in scarcity, lack, and fear. It looks like staying in a draining situation, like a restrictive corporate environment, or a toxic client relationship because you are terrified the money will stop. It looks like undercharging because you're undefined will center makes you feel unworthy, or saying yes to every project out of panic. So, let me repeat, these are the choices rooted in scarcity, lack, and fear. This fear is also like fear of missing out. Like, you're afraid that if you don't get this opportunity, you won't have an opportunity like this again, without realizing that every time you make a no, because because it aligns with who you truly are, you are giving way to more yeses that will be in line with your truest self. So, one thing we need to learn that can be quite difficult, saying no is not losing something. You are just paving the path. You're opening the roads that will lead you to the opportunities that will make you grow according to how you want it to be. So, this one, it looks like staying in a draining situation. For me, this was the DepEd situation wherein I lasted only 6 months because it was everything that was horrible. In the sense, we were underpaid. Teachers do not have autonomy. We have to follow what the DepEd says or what the supervisor said. We don't have authority over the students in the sense that we are in the special education area. Not every child can be educated equally under SPED. But we have to follow the framework that DepEd gives us because we are bound to the metrics that they created without taking into consideration that every children with special needs has their own context. So, with those things restricting me, I've had a hard time following authority, dealing with my students, and ultimately dealing with the parents. So that is why I decided to finally commit to freelancing. So, what does sovereign decision or healed decision making look like? This is stepping fully into your power. It is the moment you decide to cut the dead weight, leave the environments that drain your life force, and back your own ventures. A sovereign decision is made from a healed state. You consult your authority, whether you operate from your gut, your emotional wave, or your intuition, and you move forward with deep trust in your gifts, even if it logically makes no sense to anyone else. Alright, so dead weight. Let's talk about dead weight. Dead weight can take many different forms. It can be people who drain you. These are friends who do not extend the same effort as you. This can be family members who continue to feed you negative comments, or instead of uplifting you, they're the first ones to pull you down. Dead weight can also take the form of colleagues who keep you stuck in an environment of continuous complaining, always complaining that the salary is never enough. So everyone is stuck in a state of anxiety and stress. A dead weight can also look like if your partner is not supportive of you, or they have different or very opposing viewpoints. That can be dead weight that drains your energy. And for the environments, this can take place anywhere from the home down to your community spaces. So that's why when I fully went into spirituality, one thing that I promised myself is I will be very discerning of the communities that I will be joining in the future. Because everyone here, I think you've had your own share of experiences with different communities, and maybe not every group, not every group makes you feel supported or makes you feel good. So once you sense that, trust what your higher self is saying. So more on the sovereign decision, when you decide to do something, for example, back your own ventures. This looks like launching the brand, launching the services that you've been putting on the back burner for a long time. You make this not with thoughts of, oh, I hope this has ROI, or I hope it works out, or I'm just doing this to get it over with. That's not how sovereign decision making works. When you decide to start your own ventures, you decide it because you know it is what will make you happy in the long run. It won't be an easy journey. There will be many roadblocks. But you know that it will be worth your while, it will be worth your energy, and it will be worth the money that you'll be putting out to support your own organization or your own company. And I speak also from personal experience because I'm trying to I am building. I am building the Prosper Purposefully with Patty along with the SEO brand, and also I'll be launching some SEO courses because I'm seeing a surge in freelancers who want to understand more about what SEO is. So I made a decision just last month to finally cut the dead weight, leave the environment that drained me, and then go all out in building my ventures. So, sovereign decision making can look different from all of us, but it comes from the same place. Full trust in your own power because you know that success is already yours. Okay, next. Embodying your sovereignty means taking absolute responsibility for your energy. It means setting boundaries that protect your peace and refusing to let external panic dictate your business moves. The ironic thing is that we learn to set boundaries after we go through a situation that tests our boundaries in the form of toxic environments, toxic connections. So, after that phase, we must be more firm with who we let into our lives. Not everyone deserves access to our light, to our energy, and even to our time. So that's what setting boundaries can mean. It's different for everyone. But ultimately, it is to protect our peace and to protect ourselves. Because the moment you decide to shine your light, there will be people messaging you, um, asking you a lot of questions, whether it's work related, or they will borrow money, or they need to consult with you for a problem that they have. It's something that I've noticed ever since I decided to post more content. But I'm very happy that the people who've been messaging me are the ones who understand boundaries. The energy exchange is mutual in the sense that we respect that there are lines that we should not cross. But let's always remember that not everyone understands that. So we have to protect ourselves still. Okay. Your profile is your delivery system. When you combine the universal laws of manifestation with your specific human design type, you unlock your unique wealth frequency. Okay. Let's start with the generator. The energetic role of generators, they sustain and master projects through a regenerative energy motor. They thrive when doing beloved work. Manifestation trigger or their aligned energy is satisfaction. When they find the job, the business venture, or the niche that makes them deeply satisfied with the results that they produce, that is how they know that they are working or they're operating in alignment with their design. Because being in a satisfied phase, in a satisfied state of mind with your work, spikes this human design type's magnetic frequency. Okay. So, I think Miss Camille is a generator along with, let me check my list. Sorry, wait. Along with Jen. Okay, so for our batch, I think it's only Heaven. Heaven is also generator, so we only have 2 in our batch who are generators. So you have to ask yourself, am I satisfied with my work? Does this make me emotionally fulfilled? Does this meet the mental stimulation that I require to keep on doing this project or this collaboration or this partnership? And when you are not in your alignment mode or the resistance mode, you are frustrated. And this happens when you commit to tasks out of obligation or fear drains the life force and repels wealth. When you are under the frustration phase every single day due to the work that you've chosen or due to the client that you feel you have to commit to, this will eventually affect the way you work on your manifestations or the way you attract opportunities that are meant for you. So your priority is to ask yourself whether you are satisfied in different areas. So how do you make the shift if you are in the frustration mode? It's the hell yes or no. Wait to respond to external signs rather than initiating from thin air. So look at what you've done so far and ask yourself, does this satisfy me? Does it fulfill me? If the answer is a hell yes, then you're on the right track. If you're not sure or most likely the answer is no, it's time to shift and look for the path that fulfills your energetic signature. Okay, next. The manifesting generator. A lot of us in this batch fall under manifesting generator. So we have Christine, Ivy, Maui, Thaz, Aliyah, me, and Miss Alari. We are money gens. Money gens. Manifesting generator. Okay. So for the manifesting generator, our energetic role is, I used myself as the example. Agile innovator designed to move fast and seamlessly blend seemingly unrelated worlds, like bridging technical SEO strategy with intuitive spiritual services. So, move fast is actually very important for a Manijan. The moment we slow down and overthink things, that's when it starts to get warped and our momentum becomes ruined. So while we are still in the heat of the moment, while we are still in that mode that we are passionate about the idea, about the thought, we need to act on it. Because then the path will reveal itself. At least that's how it looks like to me when I function. So what is our in line with the self theme? It's freedom and agility. When we are allowed to experiment, when we are allowed to explore the different interests or the different niches, and agility when we are allowed to explore and move fast within the diverse options in whatever industry we belong to. That is when we become our true selves, and that is when we manifest even more opportunities that support the fast movement of ours. And when we are not in our self theme, what happens is that we stagnate and we become angry. Why do we stagnate? Because most likely, we are in a career path that follows too many rules, has an outdated structure of hierarchy, wherein you're not allowed to make decisions on your own. You have to ask the manager, and the manager has to ask the boss, and the boss has to ask the head. So that kind of movement is way too slow for a manager. We prefer to make decisions and then figure it out along the way. And interestingly, somehow, it always still works out. So, sovereign shift. If you find yourself in a period of stagnation and anger, respond then inform. Wait for the gut response. Move at, again, lightning speed is the key. But tell people before you pivot. So, this is what happens with my partner and I, and if my team also. I tend to change direction very quickly. But I do tell them because there is an important need for managers to have a strong support system. And again, it's because we decide fast and we move fast. The support system allows us that freedom and agility without us burning out. Because we can start like 5 to 6 projects simultaneously and then change our mind within those 5 to 6 projects, I don't know, countless times. If we do not have a solid team behind us, that's gonna lead us to emotional and mental breakdown. So my advice, and I hope to my fellow managers around here, that you also have a solid support team with you who understands your need for fast decision making, the freedom to change your mind, the freedom to move at a very fast pace, and to pivot anytime your gut informs you that you need to pivot. Okay, that's for the manifesting generator. Next, the projector. The projector is the system optimizer designed to see deeply into others and guide energy into its highest potential. So, when you are aligned with your self-theme, wait lang. Okay, thanks, Miss Aleli. Yes, the support system and the freedom to change and move and pivot anytime. Okay, so for our energetic role as a, let me check who's the projector for a while. Okay, so Rosh is a projector along with Micah and Denise. We have 3 projectors. Okay. So for the projectors, these are the system optimizers designed to see deeply into others and guide energy into its highest potential. What is your in line with yourself theme? Recognition. Abundance flows when formally recognized and invited to share specialized wisdom. What happens when you are not in line with your human design? Bitterness. And this can look like or is caused by pushing unsolicited advice, forcing services, or overworking to prove value. How do you shift if you're in your resistance trap? You wait for the invitation. Master your systems, showcase your brilliance publicly, and treat rest as a core strategy. Now, with projectors, visibility is very important in the sense that people see you, but you wait for the right people to approach you for guidance. You wait for the aligned people to work with you to fix structures, to improve systems, or overall to refine whatever project they're working on. Because that is where your human design shines best. When there is an existing structure or where there is an existing project that needs to be tweaked to be its best or highest form. So avoid overworking just to prove your value. Avoid unsolicited advice with people who do not see your wisdom. Because the projector can sometimes have this tendency of they want what's best for the connection or the person that they're dealing with or they're talking to. But when the receiver they're talking to is not receptive, it can fall into bitterness. So trust that the right people will come and find you. The right people will cherish you for your wisdom and push you to be an even better version of yourself. So that's for the projector. And the reflector. This is very interesting when I first read about reflectors. So wait, let me check if we have. Okay, we only have one. Sophia is our reflector in our batch. So reflectors, they work as cosmic mirrors with no fixed internal energy. Oh, sorry, Isa. Let me check. Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. Yes, Isa is also a reflector. I asked that in the GC. So they act as cosmic mirrors with no fixed internal energy. Rather, they sample, amplify, and reflect the environment's health. In the society, reflectors actually show us how humanity is progressing as a whole. The role of the reflectors is to be the people who show us where our society is heading towards. How are we progressing? Are we still united as what united or divided, or are we heading into dystopian type of society? So that is, if we look at our reflectors, if we ask them, that's how we'll know where we are headed. So how do you know that you are in your theme, in line with yourself theme? Surprise and space. Aligned high frequency environments bring delightful synchronicity, and opportunities. And this is because you are open to different kinds of energies. So you're able to take in the different kinds of auras and transmute them into one that brings you to your higher self and brings you to more aligned opportunities. That's why you have to be careful not to be in toxic workspaces or stagnant cities or unaligned people that completely block manifestation, because this results to your not aligned with your self-theme, which is disappointment. For me, reflectors are people who have high hopes for others. They are the people who are naturally optimistic, and they always believe that the best will happen. But you need to protect yourself from situations, from people, from places where there is a high level of stagnation and people who have not done the healing work. Because this will eventually affect the energy that you've absorbed and the energy that you direct towards yourself. So if you find yourself that you've stayed too long in a toxic workspace, in a city that no longer feels right for you, or if you're with a circle of people who haven't done the inner work, you need to change your space, but do not rush decisions. So I have this in the individual guides, that prosperity guides. I sent the first batch today. I will send the second batch tomorrow. It explains there how the reflector needs to wait for a full lunar cycle. So, for example, the Manigen either operates from the sacral or the solar plexus. The reflector needs to wait for the lunar movement. You can match your energy with the phases of the moon. And that's how clarity usually comes to you. We do take our time, yes. But it's very important that you take your time. Otherwise, that is to prevent disappointment. So, um, remember that when you're a reflector, you should not rush your decisions. Okay. So, and last is the manifestor. In history, in ancient society, the manifestors are the conquerors, the emperors, the kings. Sophia says, I get impulsive and get surprised, so sometimes I enjoy it. Oh, this is funny because it makes sense. It makes sense that you'll enjoy it because you like the element of surprise. Okay. With Alia, super accurate with the management. I love doing different tasks, projects all at once. If I'm not doing anything, it feels like I'm being stagnant. I need to be always on the move. Right. Diba? So that's why I feel so restless if I've sat down for like 2 hours. I I'm I will need like to go for a quick errand, go to the grocery, just anything to move. Yeah. Isa says balance. Yes. It's up to us to be creative with how we find our own balance. And when we are aware of our human design, we can be more free in finding that balance for ourselves without feeling guilty, without feeling ashamed, and without feeling embarrassed for how we choose to live our life, because we know we are just being true to ourselves. Okay. So back to the manifestor. Okay. It is said that the manifestors are used to be the conquerors, the kings, the ones who enslaved other people in certain societies, they were said to be manifestors. Now, as society evolved, manifestors became the pioneers, designed to catch a vision and immediately initiate it into reality without waiting. They are the people who, with just one thought or with just one word, they can make it into a reality. So, manifestation trigger autonomy and peace, independence, absolute freedom to act on sudden creative urges without needing permission. So, this is where the money gen need for freedom comes from. And then the speed on acting comes from the generator side. Yes. Thank you, Paulina. Yes, so this is why I like the human design, because it's really relatable on several fronts for different people. Okay. And what happens when you are not in line with your self-theme? You become an angry person. If you're being micromanaged, interrupted, or forced to sustain day-to-day operations indefinitely. To be honest, I don't think that manifestors are meant for 9 to 5, because all 9 to 5 jobs, especially the office ones, have a degree of micromanagement in them. There's a degree of interruption wherein you will be called to a meeting, or you will be called for a team huddle, or you will be called to the office to discuss this and that. And there's the day-to-day of having to clock in and out. So they are the best people for startups or the rapidly built company, and then they jump to another company while allowing others to sustain what they started. So if you find yourself in this not in line with self theme of anger, what's best for you will be to initiate, then delegate. Learn the art of delegations. Thaz says it makes sense why most managers I meet are either entrepreneurs or remote employees. Yes, because my temper cannot handle the office environment. I am I will I will get called into HR for getting into trouble. So I cannot deal with the mundane details of a 9 to 5 job. Okay, so for manifestors, start the idea, but don't manage the day to day. Learn the art of delegation. Build your network. Build your network and let them work for you. That's why the art and science of maximizing maximizing the skills and talents of people around you is very important. Once you discover that the entrepreneurial or the freelance path is for you, you have to be skilled at building your network, understanding how you can best collaborate with people, and how you can be the leader without compromising the need to take care of yourself. So that's one common theme for generators, manifestors, and the managers. Okay, next. Okay, so with the human design, this is just an overview. In the prosperity guides I've sent, you will be able to find the explanation for each human design type, the laws of abundance or laws of manifestation associated with each human design type, how each human design perceives abundance, and then there's a channeled message, and then affirmations based on the channeled message. So I will continue sending out the next batch tomorrow. Okay, so before we move to the next, Embodying your unique wealth signature is not easy. And I say that from my own experience because we go through life and our experiences are not all pleasant. So like the post that I shared, I think that was last night, that um previously sorry, when I was 17 years old, like kulang kami ng 500 pesos sa house rent, and then the landlord got angry and beat my dad for it. So that kind of incident makes a mark on you, that it puts the fear of living inside you. Like, instead of being thankful for the good things to come, you fear life itself because of whatever you've witnessed or whatever you've experienced firsthand. And that is why I talked about making decisions from a traumatized and making this versus making decisions from a healed state, because there is a world of difference between the two. When you are making decisions from a traumatized state, you're just trying to survive. But when you're making decisions from a healed state, you're open to all the possibilities that will come your way. And ultimately, you make decisions because you believe that you deserve everything good in this lifetime. That's why I also lean into human design, because this has helped me assimilate my personal experiences, even the bad ones, even the sad ones. This has allowed me to understand why I have reached the point of where I am today. Those experiences taught me that there is a bigger space to be explored, where I don't have to stick to the concept of retiring at 50 or 60 years old. I don't have to stick to the concept of I have to save, kailangan magtipid because I might get sick when I grow old. I'm not bound by that fear because I try to understand what works best for me. So that's it. I hope that the overview of these human design types and ultimately the prosperity guides that I will be sharing and that I've shared with the first batch will be helpful also with the personal affirmations. Okay. So before I fully close this, I would like to share with you that I'm opening a small program for Women's Month. So the idea is to help you stop choosing between your intuition and your strategy. It is time to stop playing small, hiding your voice, and guessing at your marketing. So this is the Empowered Entrepreneur Strategy and Spirit session. It is a highly intimate one-on-one private coaching hour designed specifically for founders and creatives ready to shatter their glass ceilings. So what will you get? Here we will be doing a dedicated one-on-one strategy call, the tarot-based energetic audit, your online visibility or AIO playbook depending on what platforms you use, and your custom growth blueprint. So as of now, there are 6 spots left. So one friend of mine who's co-founding the digital marketing with me has signed up for this strategy and spirit session, because I've been convincing her that it's okay to quit her job. Quit her job that's been draining her to start her own venture. So I've been helping her do that. So we pull the cards, we pinpoint the exact energetic blocks that's been holding your business that is holding you back as a business person and ultimately your business, and illuminate the unique divine feminine gifts you need to lean into right now. And then the visibility audit, your digital footprint, whether you're on a website, on a social media, on LinkedIn. And then next, we do the spiritual archetypes and your visibility plan. So it's not just about business, it's also about the mindset and how you deal with the everyday demands of being an entrepreneur and being a divine feminine. So if you want to claim your space for the 6 spots left, I'll be sending this presentation and you can scan the QR, and there's also the option for the free strategy call, which offers energetic alignment and block clarity, but we will not be doing the tarot and the visibility and growth blueprint. So that's it for me. If anytime you have questions about your human design, or you have questions just about freelancing or your business or content you want to share, my DMs are always open. And thank you for spending these 8 days learning, reframing, alchemizing, and transmuting everything that we've been through as people, as women, as spiritually gifted women. Thank you, Ate Patty from Aliyah. Thank you. I will wait for you here in La Union, Aliyah, ha. Let me know. And Paulina, thank you so much. Thank you also, and I'm very happy that we were able to spend time together in one event, and I hope again I'll be in the UP Diliman on April 15 and 16 because I was invited to do a booth or a table there, so I'll be there. Thank you. Thank you, Aliyah. Thank you, Miss Alali.
Thank you so much, Patty. Let's take a picture, you and I. Yes, to those who joined us, if you have any key takeaway insights, any sharings, this is the time. We'll extend for like 5 minutes to take in maybe questions, insights, key takeaways, what has shifted within you. Do you want to acknowledge the chat?
Tazat,
We
congrats,
have
Pat. Thank you so much. Thank you,
and
Paulina.
Aliyah says, super accurate with the managen. Yeah. That's so true, right? We love doing different task projects all at once.
Yes.
That's so true. All right, let's take a picture.
Okay.
Smile. One more. And congratulations, Patty. And I'm so proud of you. To those who don't know, this is our third collaboration. First time, Patty offered a free webinar on overcoming imposter syndrome. And then we had the download to do the 21-day manifestation journey. And we're like, what if we just make it 8 days? It's as powerful as the 21 days. So we did now the 8-day healing and manifesting journey. Thank you so much. Any key takeaway insights to everyone? I know, Patty, you've been doing so much, like a lot of downloads overflowing, so, and you're birthing it into 3D. So I know also that after this we're gonna rest. We completed it. We completed the 8 days. Anything else you want to share? Oh, you want to read Aliyah's comments?
Yes. So I just want to share my small wins within the 8 days manifestation masterclass. I manifested a sister who would want me to supply my crafts. 10 to 20 pieces waist beads in her small space in LU. Oh,
Wow, she paid for half Muna, but it's such a win-win situation. I mean, of course. Look at
yes,
that. She's supplying. That's money manifested.
exactly.
Product, services, food, all of these are money manifest. Discounts, all the ways and forms, freebies. I love this. Congratulations. Yeah, share your wins. Like Aliyah. And let's do the closing
Okay.
affirmations. Do you have
Rochelle.
anything else to share, my dear? Later, before we end, you can bless us, my dear Patty. So let's do the closing affirmations and then we're wrapping up the 8 days. Let's do this together. You can again touch your heart. Inhale, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release, let go. You can simply just say yes, or you can recite, vibrate all these out loud with me. My healing is complete. My overflow is activated. I am done living in the wound of scarcity. I'm choosing healing and growth. I'm the alchemist. I transform, I transmute, I awaken, I activate, I enlighten, I create, I give, I receive. My intuition is my greatest business asset. I build from my healed state. I lead from my healed state. I receive from my healed state. Always, of course, of course, of course. This is simply my life now. I'm whole, I'm well, I'm worthy of every beautiful thing. I carry peace, prosperity, and overflow as my permanent frequency. I choose myself, I honor myself, I invest in myself, I love myself completely. I'm the alchemist, and everything I touch becomes gold. I now seal every healing, every shift, every breakthrough into my body permanently. I now activate full financial and business sovereignty. I now anchor peace, prosperity, and overflow as my new normal in my money, my health, my love, my purpose, and my joy. Would you like this? Just say yes, just nod, just agree. It is done. It is completed. It is fulfilled. So be it, and so it is. And believe in instant healing. Believe in instant shifts. So just would like to ask everyone to share in the chat if you would like to share your shifts, wins, manifestations. What has shifted most profoundly in your relationship with money over these 8 days? Whether it's more clients, more soul line connections, or realizations. I realized I was not broken or lazy. I was carrying inherited pain. For the first time, I feel compassion for myself instead of shame. And yeah, if you can do later on, I would love for you to write a love letter from the version of you who has fully received everything you activated this week. You showed up every single day. The abundance you called in is already on its way. It's already coming to you. Rest now. You have done the work. Patty and I will also rest after this. Just reading the chat, acknowledging everything before we end. Every day I magnetize clients and blessings ever since we started. Oh, in all forms. I love those wins. Oh my goodness. I just stopped looking at my bank account and I kept receiving inquiries. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh my goodness. Rosh, I would like to share that at my CrossFit gym, I'm holding a breathwork and sound bath event for my gym mates along with 2 of my best friends. Oh my goodness, this is so good. I just would love to acknowledge all of the chat here before we end. And yeah, if you can share the shifts that happened to you. I know Thaz has been manifesting a lot of shifts, downloads, upgrades, and upcoming travel, right? And yes, so I just would like to let you know what is there in your Peace and Prosperity playbook, and then I'll invite you to the upcoming events. So the 5-step MMM teaching, remember the mindset, manifestation, and magnetism mastery teachings on day 1. It's there on your playbook. I've added EFT tapping sequences for you to do at your most convenient time, releasing the pattern and anchoring the new truth. I have also added the Mula Bandha to those who are attending the Body Love Free Flow. We practice this Mula Bandha. And then to those who are part of the Divine Goddess Creatrix program, we practice this Mula Bandha and Mudra. So Mula Bandha, Gyan Mudra, Kubera Mudra. This is for manifesting wealth, the root lock, healing the root and opening up your energetic capacity to receive. I've also included an abundance activation there. We will do this on March 16. So the next gathering is March 16, Monday. Please save the dates, mark your calendars. I've also included sacred mantras and master affirmation library there for you. And so you can recite this anytime you want, including the master affirmation. If you can speak this, I'm safe, I'm grounded, I'm healed, my body releases all that no longer serves me with grace and ease. Abundance flows to me freely and joyfully from every direction. I trust my body, I trust the universe, I trust myself. I decree and declare that I'm whole, worthy, and overflowing. All is well. So be it, and so it is. So our next community coaching call is happening this Monday, every third Monday of the month, 4:30 p.m. Dubai, 8:30 p.m. Manila time. Your gateway to highest consciousness, more love and more abundance. We're entering again the gold zone of magnetism, and I have a powerful abundance activation prepared for our community. So please join us. We have so much more events coming. I have a collaboration with Thaz and collaboration with Aliyah. So we would love to invite you. That would be March 20 and 28. Would you like to share a few words, Taz, Aliyah? Invite on our event who would like to speak, share. But the next event would be Monday. I'll be sharing about everything that's been happening on Monday as well. So this is the link, monthly community coaching. So Thaz just had a download to share to our Venusian energies galactic council. We're part of the Venusian galactic council. Light code healing activation circle, healing circle, right? Just wanna acknowledge it. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, there. Light language healing circle. Oh my gosh. Like yesterday,
Yes.
Faz was speaking light language. I experienced it for the first time in my life. A student, a soul sister, speaking to me in light language. Oh my gosh, it's so magical and so healing. So yes, would you like to invite them, Taz?
Everyone, as my offering for March 20 and for Women's Month in general, and for this beautiful circle of sisters. So yeah, I was called to host a healing circle through light language. Don't worry, I'll explain it to you. For those who are not familiar, on March 20, just be prepared for the unexpected. That's all I could say. Just expect the unexpected, but with good purpose. Everything is done with
Thank you
good
so much. Yes.
Thank you, Lily.
Thank you for the magic. Thank you for activating me. Thank you for allowing me to also be healed and to receive from you. I love it. Thank you, my dear. Aliyah, would you like to invite them to March 28th? You can type in the chat or speak up. Yes.
Hi everyone. So this Women International Month, I am personally inviting you guys to come join us this March 28th as a continuation of our March 1 event. Kasi last time we did just an initiation. So we just planted seed. But this March 28th, we're gonna fully bloom. And I really hope na you guys can also join if you guys are free at that date and time. We're gonna do lots of different kind of self-love and self-embodiment practices, and I will also share some of my practices that I do for when I'm grounding myself or I want to feel loved. And sasayaw ulit tayo kasi yun yung ano. Yeah, that's the main
Thank
thing that
you.
gonna dance again because dancing is also a powerful prayer and practice to embody self-love. And I am really excited to share more. But for now, that's it. And ayun, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
my dear. Thank you, my dear. You know, I love seeing you shine. I super love seeing you bloom. And yes, this is time for you to really share your gifts, your divine soul gifts, and to everyone who are called to join us. Aliyah will also channel, again, as always, collective guidance for the group. Thank you, my
Oh yeah,
dear.
and we're also gonna do different kinds of arts din po pala. So
Yes.
yes, please stay tuned. I will also share some of the different kind of creative pursuits that we can do at that day then. So really excited. Thank you so much, Ate Love.
Yes. Thank you, my dear. So it's all about creativity, love, sensuality, and goddess embodiment. So please join us on March 28th and again March 20 for the Healing Circle with Taz. We have more events coming, and yeah, everything is there in the socials, on your socials, WhatsApp. So we will be inviting you. Also, if you want to book a discovery call with me, strategy session, you can also put in the chat your own links. Invite everyone. Invite everyone to your to follow you. Let's follow each other. To those who have not yet um, talked to me one-on-one, I invite you. This is free. We will explore where you are, where you want to go, whether working together is the right next step, and just come with an open heart, and any questions you have, allow yourself to receive. And this is for you to receive clarity and direction. And I also invite you to explore our intimate transformational one-on-one breakthrough coaching and mentorship program for the woman who's ready to stop surviving and start thriving spiritually in every area of her life. To those who are not yet part of Empowered Women's Club officially, so when you join, Aliyah will be giving you your welcome oracle guidance. Aliyah is our community manager, and I'm so grateful to have her. So you'll also receive voice transmission with me, virtual lounge library, body love free movement. We have the private WhatsApp and Facebook support groups. We have opportunity to share your divine gifts as member of the month. Or right now we have 3 members of the month. We have Patty, Saz, and Aliyah sharing your unique divine soul gifts this month with me. So yes, if you want to share to the group, I encourage everyone to share for free or pay what feels good. That's what I believe in. And then there's an option to, of course, pay in full if you want one-on-one coaching session. But feel free to share your gifts to the group. We're all light workers here. So if you're not yet part of our community, I would love to invite you to please be part and receive from us. Again, this is lifetime. It's pay what feels good. This is for everyone. It's one-time investment for a lifetime of empowerment, nurturing, support, and sisterhood. And we will be posting the details for the March 20 and March 28. And again, see you on Monday. You can message me anytime. I'm here for you, whether you have questions about working together, exploring our certification training programs, or you simply want to share a breakthrough from this journey. Feel free to reach out. I read every message. And again, you did not come this far to only come this far. Your healing is not just for you. It ripples, it radiates. Peace, prosperity, and overflow. This is your new normal. You are a portal. You're a beacon of love, light, healing, peace, and prosperity. You are the evidence. You are the living proof. You are the miracle. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Patty, do you have any last words for everyone before we end this? Parang ayoko pang but yeah, we have to rest. Do you have anything you want to share, my love?
Um, Thank you and congratulations to all of us. I'm just happy that this is a path we're all walking together. So there's much room for inner work, for improvement, for honoring ourselves, and for honoring what we've been through. And again, radical obedience to your authentic self can only come from radical honesty to yourself also. So I wish for the best for all of us, and there will be more shifts coming our way. especially when we look at the astrological transits for 2026. But gatherings like this, it helps us prepare our mind, our heart, and our soul. So I believe we will be able to face, to shift, and to transmute anything that comes our way. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Patty. Yes, we're all in this together. Just reading the chat. Giving loving energy to everyone, Paz. Thank you. Paulina says, so excited for that since I missed the first one. Love you. Thank you so much. Can't wait to join March 20. Thank you for supporting each other. And as Patty said, the more we plug in to like-hearted souls, to a community of like-hearted souls, to people who support us, to highest consciousness, the more easier it will be, for all the transformations that we are experiencing. All right. Thank you, Patty, for doing this for us. Thank you for your generosity. And yeah, if you want to book a discovery call with Patty as well, you can share your link, share your socials, everyone, share each other. Again, we'll see each other March 16, Monday. To those who are enrolled in the life coaching certification program, every Friday. So I'll see you this Friday. Thank you so much. Allow me to just bless you. The energy for March 20 is ancient and potent, so be prepared. Yes, I was talking to Leana about this also. March 20, this starting March 20, that weekend, the week. Yes, goddess energy, definitely. Thank you, Paulina. Thank you, Camille. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, Taz. Thank you, Aliyah. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Isa. To those who got disconnected, but or those who were with us last week as well. Heaven, Nitu. Thank you so much to all those who joined us. Allow me to just bless you. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away all your worries. May the breeze blow new strength into your being, and may you walk gently to the earth and know its beauty all the days of your life. Let us bring our hands together in prayer and recite the 5 Reiki principles, or you may just simply say yes after me. Just for today, I'm at peace, I trust, I'm grateful, I work joyfully, I am loved. And with a smile on our faces, let's slowly and gently open our eyes. Thank you so much for joining us. Love and light. Namaste. Thank you. Good night.